Hey YouTube, this is Lucky from the lab, and it's time for another Zer video. Alright, the first thing I'm going to say is that he's located next to the speaker, and now let's look at his inventory. I'm going to give you guys my advice on what to buy and what not to buy from him for the Trials of Osiris. The first thing he has is an insurmountable skull fort, which is a helmet for the Titan, and it gives you an additional melee charge. This is a great helmet for the Striker Titan because he has a melee attack called the Storm Grip. Now, if you've heard me on stream before, I say it time and time again, Storm Grip, don't give a shit, alright? The Storm Grip is a very, very powerful melee, and it absolutely destroys people. It's not as ranged as much as the Warlock melee or as the Blade Dancer melee, but it is still a very effective melee, and having two Storm Grips would be a very, very powerful combination for your Striker Titan. It also works well for the hammers because he can have double melee charge, and he can have melting point, which is more of a PvE oriented thing. But this helmet is good for your Striker Titan, but I would still prefer Armamentarium. I know I say it time and time again, but Armamentarium is my go-to if I'm going to use a Striker Titan. But this is a very valuable helmet for your Titan. The next piece is the Radiant Dance Machines. These are boots for your hunter. They look really cool. They have a nice green glow to them. You get a added perk of you move more quickly while aiming with your weapon, which isn't that great. It is nice to have a little mobility, maybe make your opponent miss a few more shots, but this overall is a very lackluster piece for the hunter. There's a lot of other pieces that are way better than this, but if you have no exotic piece, of course I suppose buy it, but I would highly recommend to avoid buying this piece for most situations. The next piece is the Obsidian Mind, which is a helmet for the Warlock. It gives you the perk of Nova Bomb, reduces the cooldown of next Nova Bomb. So if you get a kill with your Nova Bomb, or multiple kills, you'll get a lot faster cooldown rate for your next Nova Bomb. And that is really helpful for trying to, do multiple Nova Bombs, but I've found it personally that Obsidian Mind is much more effective for PvE, because if you're trying to, go against a bunch of low tier enemies, you can Nova Bomb a big group of them, and then instantly you'll get your Nova Bomb back. And so this is a really, really awesome helmet for PvE, but for PvP, you don't find any uses for it unless you're able to get, a lot of kills in a Nova Bomb in a clash match or something. But in Trials, the most you're going to get are 3 kills, so this is really very useless for the Trials of Osiris. I would also recommend to stay away from this helmet if you have strange coins. I have plenty, as you can see there, I have over 1,000 strange coins now, so I could just buy whatever I want. I'll buy 100 of each of them, right? But I have more than enough, but if you're struggling on strange coins, then I would avoid that one. The next piece is the Zalo Supercell. This is an auto rifle, and it is lackluster in my opinion. You could use it, it's powerful in a certain sense. It's a decent for an auto rifle class, but I don't use any auto rifles in the current meta, other than maybe the Doctrine of Passing every now and again. But I personally like Mamaida, and Buttwipe likes his Ufern, and we don't really use many auto rifles unless we have to. But it is a decent auto rifle. It's fun to use. It has the Chains Lightning when enemies are next to each other, but overall it's lackluster in PvP. The next and last thing is Legacy Engram. Of course, this is going to give you a year 1 heavy weapon, so you're really not going to want this, except for the fact that I will say the Gjallarhorn is not half bad in Trials of Osiris, and I know that sounds silly and ridiculous because of the level advantages, but if you haven't been hit by a Gjallarhorn before, you don't understand that it's actually a really powerful weapon. Even when it lowers your light level below light level 300, it's still a very, very powerful weapon. You might as well, if you don't have a Gjallarhorn, if you haven't tried it in Trials, you might as well buy this and try out the Gjallarhorn. It's actually surprisingly good, even though it drops your level because it's a year 1 weapon. The last thing I'll say is that the glass needles are always useful. Remember that. Use them to reroll your perks so that you can reroll the rolls on the exotics so that you can have the right build. I always show you my character. I like Intellect Discipline. I'm using a Sunsinger, so I have 100% intellect there. I'm tier 5, and I'm tier 5. And then I'm tier 0 for strength. It would be nice to have a little strength added onto there, but I just can't manage it. I want to have supers as fast as possible and grenades as fast as possible. Those are my best attributes. And so whatever attributes you're looking for, make sure to reroll your exotic pieces using glass needles. And that's it. 3 of coins always nice to use, and everything else is for PvE. If you guys have any questions or comments, please post them below. I'll read as many as I possibly can. And as always, stay sexy.
It's the one and only Digo Double G.
Hello, I'm Chris Darch. Thank you for watching this Lucky and LUCKYY video. Please be sure to leave a like and subscribe for daily Destiny videos. Thank you and good night.